Hello, welcome to the queue. It is Operation Big Red 1, and it is turn 8, Germany. And it's a rebuilding turn after that beating on the last turn. We have 73 to spend. We are going to lend-lease to Italy a infantry since they decided to join the war. We're also going to spend 5 to send over the African Corps. We've got 3 Atlantic Wall Militia. We got infantry militia, anti-aircraft gun militia, airborne, 2 infantry, artillery, fighter, strategic bomber, and finally 2 infantry and a medium armor. And that is our units. Let's roll for some tech. Yeah, we don't have anything finished. It's just turn 8. So I need a white and a yellow dice for mechs and radar. And we get yellow, which is radar, just in time for convoying. All right. Although mechs is really vexing me. Next, we've got, I forgot to change that. That is a 9. Heavy bombers at a 9 and long-range aircraft at an 8. Of course, it's not working. All right, get those guys off. All right, what do we have? We got a 12 and a 9. So 3 out of 4. We've had 2 really good turns in a row of tech. So long range is complete. I got to change my buy. Seems silly to buy a regular strat bomber when I can buy a heavy strat bomber. Ooh, what to do? What to do? Because that's going to be $1 more. So I'll pull that off. And I'll set that down while I dig out my heavy bomber here, which is a jet bomber. There it is. All right. So that means I'm going to need to take $1 off somewhere, which I can't. So I'm guessing here in Paris, we'll take off that militia. And that means I have $1 extra. Can I really spend that anywhere? If I had advanced mech, I'd turn one of those infantry into mech. I think I'll just save the $1. All right, so good news there. So these are the units for the African Corps, so I have to pull them off. So we'll pull a medium armor and a light armor and a self-propelled artillery. And that will be those. And now I need a motorized and a regular artillery. So the motorized comes off of Denmark. Out of Warsaw comes a artillery. All right, and then that leaves 3 infantry. We're going to pull 2 out of Warsaw, which seems counterproductive, and 1 out of Romania. So that will be our 3 infantry. So we'll place that at the end of our turn. Let's look at some combat now. We cleared this sea zone of escorting ships, so that sub will come from A45 to A46. We'll convoy raid there. We're going to make our way back. It looks like Japan's probably going to do something. 1, 2, 3. We will convoy raid in I-4. And I think that's the only attacks by Germany. Like I said, we have to have a turn to rebuild, which kind of stinks. We are going to take a crack at Spain, see if that ends. We're going to send 1 infantry here from Catalonia, 1 artillery from Madrid, and then the 2 fighters. We'll go up in Eastern Andalusia at that infantry. We will see how that goes. All right, so let's roll our convoys first. So we got radar now, yes. So that'll be +3 to the German dice, which is the large one. And so it's even there, but we get +3. And that pretty much does that line in. If I can find a 3, there it is. All right, so we got 3 there. Now we go all the way over there to I-4. We will have +3 as well. And that will be 6 to 5. So we get 1 over there. And I think we get to choose it. So we'll choose Britain, because that'll be 1, 5, that's 6, 9. So we'll take 9 off the British, which is, not too shabby for this little convoying as we did there. They've got it pretty well escorted here. We're going to have to come up with some plans. But now we are, oh, no, we've got our combat there. All right, so we'll use, we've got a first strike for the artillery at 2. Yeah, it's mountains. 4, all right, so we have an infantry at 3. And then we have a fighter and 2 fighters at 6. There's our hit. The Spanish Civil War is over. He gets to fire back at a 4. And that's not going to help him. All right, so that means these Spanish ships are now gone. I can get rid of that dice. I'll leave those markers. These 2 guys down here are gone. Those all become Spain. Is it called Spain, or is it still Spanish nationalist? Either way, the 2 fighters that were in that battle will come back here to Catalonia. Our recruitment roll now goes to 6 for the main countries in Spain. Non-com, we're going to take these ships out of port, the heavy cruiser and transport, and for $10, Britain can declare war on them if they want. So they'll go out here and they'll go 1, 2, 3, and in port in Catalonia, which is a little safer port. And let's see. That should be it for Spain. Let's roll their recruitment roll now at 6. They miss. That's how that's going to go, right? Because it was 7 before, so I gambled and lost. But we do get a free infantry for Germany. What other non-coms do we have? All right, so we've got a fighter out of Western Germany. 1, 2, 3 into northern Italy. 2 cavalry in Bavaria. 1, 2 into northern Italy. We're going to use one of our rail moves here with this infantry in Western Germany. He's going to rail to Rome. We're going to use this 3 rails in Paris. Self-propelled artillery will go to northern Italy. 1 medium armor, 1 what is that? Mechanized infantry will rail over here to western Poland. All right, and then we got a Marine and a mountain infantry, which will move up into western Poland, and an anti-aircraft gun, which will back up into western Poland. We got a cavalry in central Romania, will go into Slovakia. We're going to activate Hungary. I'll do that. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do that now, since I'm seeing it. So Germany will go up 2 to 43. America's already passed Germany. That kind of stinks. All right. Any other non-coms about the business? Let's see. Those are all markers that I've used. I think we're going to pull these ships out of port here in Western Germany. They're going to come over here. I guess it's just this other side of Western Germany, so it's still technically Western Germany. It's just they're all going to be there. All right, so I believe. Oh, we got one sub here. We're going to come out of A1. 1, 2 into A4. And I think that'll give me access here. I had that marked. We're going to come down 2 from A26 to A43. So we can reach both sides there. This one's our Russian sub. We're just not sure if it's seaworthy yet. So we're going to hang on to it for just a little bit longer. I'm thinking that's pretty much all I had, because I don't have a ton here. So yeah, I guess we'll leave those. You know what? Let's take one armor and one motorized out of Paris. And we're going to drive them 1, 2 into Bavaria. I wasn't prepared for that, so that means I don't have the sculpts here. Let me do some digging real quick. There's the motorized. That was fast. And looking for medium armor. All right, so they'll be in Bavaria there. All right. I think we're good, right? For the little bit of combat we didn't do. All right, so let's place our African Corps, which all comes across from port to port. I guess they have to go into Tobruk. I'm just going to pile them right here in the Sahara Desert that's off limits, as opposed to try and stick them all in there. I think I have to go all into one port, so they're all in Tobruk. There you go. Now you know, in Tobruk. All right. So we've got, let's get that off the board. We got our Lend-Lease to Italy, which comes into Bavaria to northern Italy. And let's put out in eastern Germany 2 infantry and a medium armor. I'm going to grab for Warsaw the anti-aircraft gun and militia. I think that artillery was going to back up. All right, so eastern Germany. I was thinking, where was these going? All right, so that way I can grab them with those transports. All right, moving on. We've got Paris as an infantry. Bavaria is an airborne. We have our free infantry that goes into Berlin for the Spanish Civil War. That means that militia can move, which would be nice, right? I guess he'll step up here into Western Germany. All right, so Paris gets an infantry. I'll put it on the card here. Bavaria gets an airborne. That's a good question. I've got 5 for that zone there. You know what I want to do? I want to move that air transport from Western Germany down to Bavaria. And we'll put our fighter, 2 infantry, artillery, and our heavy strategic bomber. Nice getting it that early. Last but not least, we've got 3 Atlantic Wall militia, 1 in Denmark, 1 in Netherlands, and 1 in Aquitaine. All right, so I think we're good. Let's look at some cash. We no longer get the French money. That was a one-time deal, unfortunately, but we do get all their income. All right, so we are at 43 on the income tracker. So there's our 43. We have 5 from Vichy and 3 from Sweden, 3 from Romania. So that will be 11. So that is 54, right? Yeah, 43 and 11, 54. And then the 5 from the MRP. Plus, we saved one, so that's 55. 55 plus 5. That'll be next turn. And I need to put another infantry there for next turn. And that'll be it. Here's a recap. A4 is a sub. A43 is a sub. A46 is a sub. I4 is a sub. Is that I4? Yes. All right, our African Corps is in Tobruk. 3 infantry, 1 motorized, 1 artillery, 1 self-propelled artillery, 1 light armor, 1 medium armor. Bessarabia is infantry. Central Romania is 3 infantry, 1 motorized, 1 fighter. Hungary, 2 infantry, fighter. Cavalry in Slovakia. Infantry in Donoslavsky. Warsaw is 3 infantry, anti-aircraft gun, militia. Is that East or West Poland? Western Poland is a mountain, marine, artillery, anti-aircraft gun, medium armor, mechanized infantry. In Eastern Germany is 2 infantry and a medium armor. In port, in the A12 side, is that A12? Yeah, A12 of Western Germany, is 2 battleships, 3 destroyers, 2 torpedo boat destroyers, 2 transports, 1 battle cruiser. In Denmark is 2 Marines and a militia. Western Germany is 2 fighters, 2 infantry, 1 airborne, 1 artillery, 1 militia, 1 seaplane, 1 tactical bomber, 1 medium bomber, 1 heavy strategic bomber. Berlin is infantry. Bavaria is a mechanized and a medium armor, airborne, and a air transport. Northern Italy is a fighter, 2 cavalry, self-propelled artillery, 1 infantry in Rome. Paris is self-propelled artillery, light armor, medium armor, 2 mechanized infantry. I keep wanting to call them advanced, but they're not. And then 1 regular infantry. Aquitaine has a militia. And I think that's it for Germany. Oh, we got a coastal sub and our regular sub in A11. We got a torpedo boat destroyer in M10. And in Spain, our forces are a militia in Western Andalusia, Galicia, Leon, Basque. Eastern Andalusia is an infantry, artillery. Madrid is 2 anti-aircraft guns, 1 militia, 4 infantry, 1 1 artillery. I wonder if I need to move this up. I think that anti-aircraft gun probably suits me well to move up. So Madrid has the 3 anti-aircraft guns. Catalonia, militia, infantry, 2 fighters, and then ports, a heavy cruiser and a transport. And that's a wrap for Germany. Next up will be Russia. And then we get to see what Japan has in store for the Western powers.